Hello everyone, Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle, and this is your second Fan Request Friday matchup of the week. Bryan Jones, 2020, Mr. Olympia, versus Chris Bumstead, also 2020? No, 2019. This is the first comparison I've had from Bumstead from this version since the Olympia, I guess. Nobody wants to see this version anymore. He's half the size. And dare I say, Bryan Jones, he was so good, guys, at the Olympia 2020 that he might even be better than the 2019 Bumstead. Bryan Jones, what did he place? Fifth, I think? I should have did my homework on that one, but I know I did predict him to place high. And he did. Not that all my predictions come true. Anyway, to judge this one, it could be right down the middle. The physique, the lats, the V-taper, the vacuum pose, everything, the detail in the legs, all goes to Chris Bumstead. But it's a front double bicep, and Bryan Jones is good everywhere that I just mentioned, midsection, lats, V-taper, things of that nature, legs. But he is just destroying Bumstead in the arm department. So he probably would win this pose, depending on how much better condition Bumstead is, that is. Go to the front lat spread, and you can see what I mean about the conditioning, thin skin, things of that nature. Bumstead. Now, if the lighting was the exact same, we could probably make a better estimate on that. But it does appear that Bumstead is in a whole lot better condition. But this Bryan Jones, guys, he's no slouch. He's no slouch in the conditioning department. And I just think has a, well, maybe not in this pose, but in the front double bi, he had more of a classical lines, better arms. But I mean, come on, guys, Bumstead's pose here, even in this much smaller version. Turn to the side. We don't have all of the poses. We don't have the rear lat spread, of course, which is unfortunate. I wanted to see the rear lat spread, but Bumstead did hit one in 2020. Now here, the conditioning of Bryan Jones, muscle separation in the wheels, almost looks better than Bumstead. I almost like the pecs a little bit better. Very good display for Bumstead, though. Bryan Jones, guys, he's not to be messed around with. He could be a classic physique champion someday for sure. And this is the next side pose, I guess. This is the way that Bryan Jones hits his side tricep. Classic physique division. I love it. It looks like a ladies' hoo-ha pose. With no disrespect meant to Bryan. I mean, hey, I hit the ladies' hoo-ha myself. It's a form-fitting pose, and the ladies hit the male version of the hoo-ha pose, hoo-ha position. So really, I'm not going to deduct any points from Bryan Jones because he hits it this way. Almost like him better. But guys, you can't ignore that thin skin. Conditioning of Bumstead. Let's look at the back developments, and this will give us a better estimate on who's going to win this one. And Chris Bumstead, guys, he made history. He made history in 2020. I would even give this one to Bryan Jones. The wheels, even in the back development, it's close, but he's winning in the arms as Bryan. But guys, this is what I mean by Chris Bumstead. He made history. Watch this. Boom. Look at that, guys. Did you actually see the difference there? I made a video. The improvements that Chris Bumstead made within 1 year, I'll try to throw it at the end of this one. I'll link it or whatever. I'll show the thumbnail. You can click on it and watch it. And it is unbelievable, guys. This back of Chris Bumstead, this could compete with the open class guys. And if you looked at the 2019, not even close, guys. Bryan was probably beating him. Now, like I said, we don't have all of the poses. We're going to finish this one off with a classical pose. Classical form fitting. And why not, right? But now in this one, not very fair for Bumstead. Because we're drawing our attention towards the arm, the bumps, or the bicep, the bumcep. Can you imagine that one? Boom. Anyway, guys, Bumstead, is he winning in the wheels? He has better muscle separation. He looks so classical. He looks so conditioned. But Bryan Jones has some beef. Look at the wheels. Look at the arms. Little less conditioned. Much better lines, in my opinion. And when you looked at the glutes, things of that nature in the rear lat or the rear double, it looked pretty close too. It looked pretty close. Bryan might even have had better condition. I'm going to go ahead and give this one to Bryan Jones, but I will say, live on stage, that thin skin that appeared to be a lot more, conditioned Bumstead. Live on stage, that might make more of a difference. But hey, the lighting might have been totally different. So Bryan Jones might have been being ripped off in that sense as well. So his conditioning might have been right there with Bumstead, but I don't know. I just picked him because it's a picture comparison, and he looked better in the pictures. His arms, the lines, things of that nature. But he wouldn't have beat the 2020 Bumstead. That's for sure. We could see that from the rear double. Bryan definitely losing that one against that version of Bumstead. But anyway, guys, that was your second Fan Request Friday matchup. Get your request in. Hit thumbs up on the video. Have a great day.